Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of The Human Garbage. We're not doing Sex Factor, because most of the episodes are just straight on sex now, so it's not much I can really do with that, you know? So instead, we're going to take a little tour of some houses in HGTV's Tiny House Hunters. The point of the show is for people to find houses that are under 700 square foot, and it's just trying to find small houses, and that's about it. So why don't we meet the people who are trying to find this little house? Actually, before we start, I should mention that this concept has already been accomplished by Richard Ayoade on Gadget Man.
Oregon farmers Ben and Aaron, they want small because for them, land equals money.
So we have some farmers who are looking for a tiny house. And honestly, it makes sense. They're not in the house all too often, so why do they need a big spacious house like the one they have right now? Alright, already farmer people, I'm on your side. It makes sense why you're doing this.
On to modern. I like the clean lines, not
A more rustic look.
really separate from the living area.
Unless it's a galley kitchen, alright?
So, pretty much what they're saying is they both want drastically different houses. The wife wants something more modern, which looks very clean and appealing to look at. Dude wants something more rustic and kind of homey, you know? I mean, just the fact that they're already disagreeing is very frustrating for me as a viewer, because they should just have already compromised how the house is going to look like already.
600 square feet. We really feel like we don't need more space than that.
We are so busy.
So yeah, fine for over 600 square feet. Like I said, small space. And I mean, you could probably live comfortably in that. I pretty much stay in my room the whole time and I'm pretty comfortable in it.
So these are unique countertops and I actually really kind of like them. What are they?
Hey, farmer man, when we were walking through this house, you got a real hit that these countertops are unique and special. And when you say it, you gotta make sure it's as uncomfortable and as unnatural as possible to really sell the point that you're down to clown with these countertops. Yeah, I get it. It's a reality show. 80% of the things are said are scripted, and a lot of it's just editing tricks. But couldn't you have done more than one take? I mean, I do multiple takes for a lot of these things. I mean, he's just stumbling over his words. It seems like they didn't really care.
Today, Jim is showing them something even smaller.
Alright, listen, narration voice lady. You don't say today, because when you say today, there's an implication that these are two separate days when they're seeing houses. In fact, it's not. They're wearing the same fucking clothes. You know how I know? The dude's shirt, very noticeable. And even beyond that, and I just realized this, they're walking out of the house that they just saw. I don't know if this is about directing, narrating, writing, or editing, but it's a combination of it, and you could have just avoided by saying, and now they're gonna see the next house.
Ben and Aaron are tired of the upkeep of their large Hood River, Oregon farm home.
They're not tired of the upkeep of the house. They even said out of their mouths, we want to move because more family is moving here and they're taking the big house. They said it in the beginning.
But more of Ben's family is about to move into the farmhouse.
Okay, they didn't even say it. You said it. You gave us that information. Come on, guys. This is just sloppy show work. How does this happen on a show on TV? I make editing mistakes all the time, and when people point it out, I just say it's avant-garde and leave it at that. But you can't use that as an excuse for a show on television.
We've got a lot of modifications we want to make.
You know, from an editing perspective, this doesn't really make sense for where the commercial break should go. It doesn't really connect or really flow comfortably from that part to the next part where they're just talking about the houses they're picking from and what they like from each one. And then you have them say, we have some changes to make, I don't know, 5 minutes later, I don't know. If I've gathered anything from this show, it's not the people on the show that are the issue, it's the show and the people who make the show themselves. And it sucks that this show's already successful enough that they had to make a tiny House Hunters. And that's what makes this all the more infuriating.
When I first saw the house come around the corner, I thought,
So with the house built, they're all happy with their 600 square feet. And if I were to be honest, I don't like these types of houses. I don't like just regular shapes. They're boring to look at, and I mean, they're not, it's just like a straight line, especially one so small. I can only help but wonder if you could probably you have room to bust out one way or the other, not have a boring shape. I mean, here, this is so easy. I can do it right now, baby. All right, here's your god dang square rectangle house. And honestly, you could do some nice things with this, right? You got a good base shape going on. So what I would do is pluck something, I don't know, right here. I'll put something right here. Boom, you got a little extra space, and it's easy and nice appealing. But I wouldn't stop there. I'd probably extend that back a little more, give you a nice little room at the end where you can be comfortable sleeping and you have a little more solitude in a place like this, especially if you're a fireman, and you could probably go with 2 rooms, and bingo bango, here you go, a nice comfortable house you can be living in, and it's very appeasing shape to look at. The people did mention that the houses were small, or at least some things were too small on at least 4 occasions that I personally found.
small, just a little small. Just small, but it's really small.
And especially when you go on a show called Tiny House Hunters, the caveat is the houses are going to be small. So I don't know why you keep commenting that this house is small. No shit, it's small. That's the point. And then here's the cherry on top of it all. When they saw the last house, they commented that it was too big.
Almost big enough that maybe it's too big for us.
It was maybe 200 square feet. It was 100 square feet more than they were looking for, and they said it was too big. I mean, when you see stuff that's so small and then something's a little bigger, I don't think it looks a lot bigger than, oh, this is too much room. And honestly, the way they mention it's too small makes me just a little bit uncomfortable.
A really neat feature, but it's really small. It's cute, but wow, it's small. Little small. Super cute. It's just small, just a little small.
Maybe it's too big for us.
Thank you very much for watching this episode of Human Garbage. Tell your friends and family. Please, I really need this to take off. Or just really help me out, Tune in next time when I kinda make scones.